So as a coach, do you prefer to focus on a series like this as just your next series in a march to a championship, or do you have to embrace sort of the whole the rivalry thing and know that your players are going to eventually be thinking about the rivalry a little more than maybe they should?
I think this adds a little spice to the mix. I mean, I think you reported it. You got 1975, 2004, 2005, 2013, which we didn't like, of course, and now you got 2018. So, it adds a little bit to it. We discussed about making sure that it's going to be a mentally challenging match. The physicality, making sure calm heads prevail. We want to play. We can't get it into a bar fight, but if it comes to a bar fight, we got to be prepared. So it's an interesting opponent. I think the league does like it. I think the league, the fans, it'll get everybody jazzed up. Some of the knockout games were very intense, interesting games. So it'll just add to the MLS storylines.
You bring up that 2013 series. You shared that you had a picture of Caleb Porter on your computer, I guess, from that series. Did you just paste Gio's face over his? And
no, that's old news. I mean, Caleb looking at our bench. The bench is close. Is that even a problem? No. We're going to focus on our thing. It was a reminder for me that hurt, because that series hurt because we got outplayed. And credit to Portland. They beat us fair and square. So I don't have much recourse other than keeping that as a reminder. Okay, what could we have done better so that the next time we come up against them, that same thing won't happen.
And so is that something that's kind of on your mind still, that you don't want to go through that whole situation again?
No, of course not. It's Portland. It's our rival. We want to go down there and get a result. We want to come back to Seattle and defend our turf. We're going to go to win both games. That's the objective. We will not play just for a draw. We will go out and try and score. We understand the value of road goals. Some might say, you might argue this point, some of you soccer pundits, the away team in the second leg has the away goal. If they score, it gives them a boost. So it's cat and mouse both ways. So we're going to go down and try and get results in both.
Ryan, what kind of challenges does Portland present in terms of Valeri and Blanco, their ability, intricate passing in the middle for your defense?
Yeah. I mean, look, you can't look past the rest of their guys, but certainly Valeri won the game for him down in Dallas. Ebabisi, stretched him on that second goal, but Valeri's the one that's got the soccer savvy to be in the right place at the right time. Blanco, we all know about his quality. The guys in the midfield, Guzan and they do a good job. So it's a tough team. But yes, stopping them from scoring goals, you need to hold into account Valeri, Blanco. Polo did a good job, when he's come on. I mean, he's a game kid, gets up and down. And they have some guys on the bench. They've actually got some talented players on the bench, so it'll be tough.
How important is the spacing in the middle on the defensive third?
We've got a block of 4 that I would think is pretty good.
Sure.
It's maybe a little self-evident that once results start going your way, that the mood around the team changes. But at what point in the second half of the season did it start to feel like it was not just maybe a couple runs of good result, but that there was this real belief that the team was going to run through?
I would. That's a tough one, Jeremiah. I would. My best guess, because look, I haven't checked in with every single one of them, but the overall mood after we kind of won 3 in a row, 4 in a row, it gets to 5 in a row. I mean, that's pretty heroic in itself. And then all of a sudden that turned to 6, and then that turned to 7. And then some of the guys are going, hey, they didn't want to lose. They didn't want the other shoe to drop and say, okay, we lost after 7. They wanted 8, and then after 8, they wanted 9. And then after 9, we wanted 10, and we stubbed our toe, which wasn't a bad thing. But I think after that run of that block of 9, somewhere in that block, they believe that they can achieve great things.
How are the Gio Valeri timbers different than the Caleb Porter timbers? Have you noticed any particular imprint that he's managed to put on the team in his first year?
Well, obviously they are much different coaches, but the players have remained a little bit the same. So it's hard. It's hard to say. Gio's done a fantastic job. I mean, first-year guy coming in. You know, he had a good stretch of games there, undefeated in 15. You know, he's not afraid to plug and play guys. But we see is, you know, a young kid, and he's got some money on the hook for some other guys that aren't playing, that are on the bench. So he's not afraid to play young guys. He wasn't afraid to tinker in his lineup choices to get the right mix. So credit goes to him and his staff. They've done a good job.
How close is Brad Smith from being available?
Very close. Very close.
Although, you know, you have depth there. What is it at Brad Smith that maybe could help you in the playoffs overall?
Well, his out-and-out speed and attacking ability is great. His crossing ability is lights out. So he's very close. If he doesn't make this game, we'll think about it for the next game. So very close.
You obviously mentioned a lot of their players, you know, but Valeri being that main conductor of their offense. Do you go the extra mile to maybe have a constant mark on that one person, or?
Yeah, I mean, look. Valeri pops up. We can say, okay, Gustav, you stay with him, or Ozzy, you stay with him, and then he's going to move away from Ozzy. And then, do we want to drag Ozzy out of his position just to mark Valeri? No. I mean, we don't. We're not going to follow that tactic. But the awareness of where Valeri is and where he pops up on the field will be one of our #1 challenges, both in possession and out of possession, because in possession, it's key that we know where he is. So on a turnover, they can't start the transition because most of the transition moments start with him. So we'll be wary of him.
Brian, as much as we're talking about Portland, your offense, obviously, in the middle and the way they're passing and moving that ball, you've got to be at least somewhat pleased with that going into this game.
It's like I said. I mean, we're going to go there and try and score. I mean, we can't sit back and defend for 90 minutes in Portland. It would be foolish. So they'll have their hands full. Portland defenders will have their hands full. I mean, we've come around and scored some good goals, quality goals. The number of goals has gone up, so very pleased with it.
What's been the result? Why have they gone up? I mean, the goals.
Yeah, I think Victor's been a big part of it. Nico's resurgence. Christian has been goal dangerous from that side, so you got those three. And then I have Raul and Bruin. I mean, Raul scores goals, Bruin scores goals. So you got 3 plus. I'll even throw Gustav in there. You know, Gustav scored a couple good goals this year. So there you have it.
You say Chad Marshall. He scored
Chad
a couple.
Marshall. Set pieces another one of the small details where this series could be won or lost on set pieces. Obviously, they come up here and score 2 set piece goals on corners. Our set pieces are very, very good. So that's going to be a key matchup as well.